Welcome to Solo Marvel Champion if you're new here, and if you're returning, welcome back. Today I'm playing my Hulk, hand cannon Hulk deck versus Ebony Maw. This is just a standard game again. I have left a message for Albert Taco saying I am going to switch from Hulk to Miles Morales to take on his challenge. And I put that challenge here on the screen for you again to check it out. It's actually a pretty cool challenge, so check it out and see what you can do with it. But I am going to change to Miles Morales in a shield deck so I can get the occasional Stunner Confuse off while also doing some encounter deck manipulation. Today, though, is just standard. Let's discard until we get a spell. And we'll look at my opening 5. If you like Hulk decks and like watching Hulk be played, go check Josie of Smeg. And I hope I'm saying that correctly. If I'm not, someone please correct me. But he has approximately 1 billion Hulk videos on his channel. Of course, that is gross hyperbole, but he does play a lot of Hulk and She-Hulk. So if you like that kind of content, go check him out. Okay. I'll definitely want to get that down, and I would like to get a hand cannon down, and I want to keep that. Yarnborn is good because he can get a tough, so after I attack and defeat the minion that gives him a tough, I can then discard a physical resource to knock off that tough. That is kind of the reason that Yarnborn is here, but this early I am going to mulligan both of those. Unshakable is very important to get out. There's an Ironheart. Let's draw a card, discard a card. Skilled Strike gets me 2 more attack. But I could get that 2 more attack from Hand Cannon and have it stay around. So I'm going to go ahead and discard that. Although, can I do this? No, because I want to get Boundless. I really need to get Boundless Rage down. So let's just flip up. Let's do 1 for Boundless Rage, and I'm gonna kick myself for getting rid of Unshakable. Or we'll go ahead and play Unshakable. I'm going to attack for 4, 5, 6. I think that's what we do there. There's a Hulk Smash. And I will get to Overkill if I get a minion. 1 goes on the main. He's attacking for 1, 2. And I get 1 encounter card. Remove 1 from each spell. So yeah, even though it's going to be total waste of damage here, you have to use a Hulk Smash when you can. Let's see, I can do 4, 5, 6, 7. I wouldn't get to play Crushing Blow. But I can do 8 without Hulk Smash. So I would be able to defeat him anyway, but I'd still lose the Hulk Smash. So let's just go ahead and Hulk Smash for 14 to knock him out. Now he comes back and we get another spell. Another Rubble Storm. And that'll be that turn. Plan B is great. And unless I have to discard a card at random, which can always happen in this matchup, I'll get to play Clobber, bring it back to hand, Use 1 to play plan B, and then discard Clobber to plan B for an extra 2 damage. So let's hope that that gets to come out. 1 goes on. These count down. I take 2 damage. The attack is 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, come on. And then I get 1 encounter card. Deal 1 damage to your hero for each spell. Not a problem. So that's totally fine. Let's 2 for Clobber, which is 3 damage. Then since that's the first spell I played, or card I played, it comes back to hand. We can use Banner's Lab for plan B. I can attack for 4. And then discard a card at random to deal 2. And of course, that was with plan B. Another Hulk Smash there would have been nice since I had that. Suborbital Leap, though, actually isn't going to be terrible because I can clear that off as long as I don't get confused. And I shouldn't be getting confused. But also, see, he's at 12. This will be an interesting turn. 1 goes on. He is attacking. That is interrupted by removing a counter. The attack is 2, 3, 4. Thank you for Shadow of the Past leaving. I'm down to 4. I get 1 encounter card. When revealed, discard a card at random. That is so much fun, discarding cards at random. Power of isn't terrible. Now I have to decide what I want to do here. I can remove all this threat and then plan B this guy and still attack for 4. And now the Shadow of the Past is in discard. I don't want to go to 2A because if this advances to 2A, I shuffle everything back into the deck, giving me another chance to actually draw Shadow of the Past. So as much as I dislike Suborbital Leap, I'm going to play it. Remove 5 threat if I paid with only physical. I'm going to attack for 4. And then I have a choice here. Do I want to use plan B to knock him out or knock him down to 3? Because if I knock him down to 3, just a single basic attack will knock him out on my turn. I also might go down here now that I have this cleaned up. So I might do that. I'm gonna Unstoppable Force him. Not Unstoppable Force. I'm going to plan B the Outrider so that he's not putting an additional threat on. So let's flip down and draw 5. One goes on. He is scheming. That scheme is interrupted by taking this off, and I take 2 damage. 2, 3, 4. That goes up to 5. As long as this isn't in advance, I'm fine. Discard 2 cards to discard this. Oh no, I have to flip. And then I exhaust my hero. Discard this obligation. That's not terrible since I have a limitless strength. So let's use Blade for limitless to ready. Attack for 4. And I'm going to do 1, 2, 3 for Thunderclap. Choose up to 3 enemies. Deal 3 damage to each of them. So that is another standard game of Ebony Maw. I do want to talk about this matchup just a little bit. Hulk is tough against many enemies, against many villains, just because he has that 4 hand size and you can't hold cards over. You're forced to discard your hand at the end of the turn. Ebony Maw makes that a little more difficult because of pacification. No, it's not pacification. Well, because of Outriders, which makes you discard cards at random, and Manipulation. Manipulation, discard 1 card at random from your hand. Outrider. Now, there are only 2 Manipulation, and there are only 2 Outriders. But Outrider has a boost, discard a card at random, and when he's revealed, discard a card at random. Manipulation, discard a card at random, and you're confused. I'm not worried about the confuse, because Hulk doesn't usually want to be thwarting. I did thwart once here, though. So, you may have to think about that. Problem is, because you're not thwarting a lot, when this goes to 2A, everything gets shuffled back in. So if 3 of these cards have come out, they get shuffled back into the deck. And then you might draw them again. There's another card which really affects Hulk here, and that is Abjuration. After Abjuration prevents 2 or more damage from a single attack, discard it. Attached to Ebony Maw, prevent all damage. So with Hulk, who wants to just be doing regular attacks or basic attacks, you're going to waste 1 just getting rid of that. It's basically like a tough. There's also a minion in here which will give a tough, and that is it's not the Outrider. It's the Black Order Infantry. It's a guard, which also affects you attacking the villain. When defeated, give the villain a tough. So tough cards are really difficult when you're playing Hulk as well, because you have to get through that tough, and then you can deal damage. And this is basically a tough. Boy, there's something on that card. So yeah, Hulk can be a little bit frustrating against Ebony Maw just for those reasons. Discarding cards at random, him getting tough cards. And if you're playing Expert, there are the cards that will exhaust your identity. Those are no fun either, because then you have to waste a card just to ready before you can do the attack. And if you've been exhausted and he's got Abjuration or a guard or a tough, you waste a card just to ready him, and then you waste an attack just to knock off that. Now, this particular deck only uses 3 allies. I've got Blade, Ironheart, and Machine Man. Blade is a resource sink, as is Machine Man. And Ironheart can just knock off a tough. So you really need to find ways to get through tough statuses or this Abjuration when it comes out. And then again, having a hand of 3 cards, man, I really want that hand cannon or skilled strike this turn. Well, discard a card at random. And then let's say, because the one I want is always the one that's discarded, okay, hand cannon is gone. Okay, that's fine. I can still play skilled strike. But then the Outrider comes out, discard a card at random. Well, now, knowing my luck, that's going to be the skilled strike, and I can't play that. Thankfully, with this hand, I can still either ready or deal damage equal to my attack on my turn. But there's a lot of times when you're stuck with 2 2-cost cards maybe, and you can't play any of them. And if you don't have Plan B out, or you don't have Blade out to use one of those physicals, you don't have Machine Man out to turn these resources into damage or thwarting, now you've just completely wasted your turn because you've had to discard cards at random. So this is a tough matchup, and even in Standard, I've had problems with Ebony Maw using Hulk. But let me know what you think of this matchup in particular and what you think of Hulk. I have been playing Hulk a lot recently just to kind of take on this challenge. Even though I'm not able to beat it on Expert 2, it is still an interesting matchup to play Ebony Maw because of all the things that can go wrong. And I am all about a challenge. Thank you so much for watching, and again, go out and check Josie of Smeg. I have him linked down below. Check out all of his Hulk and She-Hulk videos. They're a lot of fun to watch. I hope everyone has a marvelous day.